Have you ever told a friend, hold on a minute, I'll get right back with you? Well, right now there's a man about to be executed for killing a friend after she might have done something just like that at a late-night party. According to 3 people, including the killer's own sister, he basically said this woman who he felt had disrespected him would be dead by dark. We're talking about Marion Bowman Jr., just 44 years old. He's the first person to be executed by the state of South Carolina this year. He was sentenced to death for shooting 21-year-old Kandee Martin in 2001, throwing her body into the trunk of her car and then setting it on fire. Bowman has been on death row for more than 2 decades. But get this, ever since day 1, he said he didn't do it. And death penalty experts say that denial is actually very unusual. Most of the time, condemned inmates have come to terms with their crimes, unless, of course. In fact, take a look at this. He wrote a letter to the judge right after he was arrested. He said his own defense was trying to tell him to plead guilty, saying, "My attorney is trying to convince me to accept this plea because," he said, and I quote, "these white jurors whose skin is whiter than his is going to see a black male versus a white female victim. They're going to convict me because of my skin color and not based upon evidence."
People who testified against him were getting deals from the prosecutors to provide their testimony against Mr. Bowman. And we've uncovered information that the defense team wasn't adequately representing him and really was pressuring him to plead guilty, despite not reviewing all of the discovery and not really preparing to confront the state's case at trial. So I think it really comes down to, this is the ultimate punishment. We can't correct anything after an execution. And so how comfortable are we with the reliability of this conviction?
Even though South Carolina offers firing squad and the electric chair, Bowman chose to die by lethal injection. So why did he decide that? Now remember, Bowman has been locked up at Broad River on death row for 23 years. That's become his home. He says he doesn't want the officers who've taken care of him this whole time to have to shoot him. He's hoping for a last-minute stay, but he's set to be executed on January 31st. And under South Carolina law, 3 media witnesses will be present when Bowman's life is taken by the state, and I'm going to be one of them. I'll be telling you what happened if it happens.